Underground rappers on a budget can rejoice, because even though we had that little scare about MS Paint, it ain't going anywhere. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email. That's right here. But today, we are going to talk about this EP called Alex Mischief, and it comes to us from Tyler Scope. Tyler Scope is an MC born in Atlanta, and with this project, he's giving us a little bit of a concept, as Alex Mischief is his alter ego. He's just another version of himself who's a bit more crass, crazy, and out there. So if you want to find out more about him and this project, as well as obviously to listen to this project and his other music, just take a look at the information box I got for you underneath this video. So as I listened through this project, I really didn't come out of it with a whole lot of positives. When it comes to this whole concept of the alter ego, I really didn't pick up on that too much, and a lot of that has to do with his very slurry delivery style. It's very hard to make out what he's saying because of how muffled the vocals are, not just with how he's spitting, but also with the mixing, because the mixing on this project is not as tight as it should be. That said, I really didn't come out of this with much in regards to strong bars, concepts, or content, so right out of the jump, I really think the rapping could be improved. It's not just the vocals and the delivery style either, because even the flows on this are not very tight. They are a little bit loose at times. Obviously, I said they're not tight, so they'd be loose. But what I'm saying is he can work on his flows, because as you listen through this project, the rapping itself is just not very good. Now, the production on this, I think, is on point. It comes from Cranium Noir, who brought a very boom bap, lo-fi sound. But I can't award too many points here, because these are just some leased beats. And while a lot of the projects I review from indie and underground artists do come from producers who lease and share their beats for free, it's just that the rapping on here really does nothing to help uplift these beats. So I don't really want to say these beats are bad, because I think they're actually kind of dope. I really am digging the sound, but overall they don't really help out the rapping enough to make this a great project that you're going to want to check out. And on top of all that, there really is a poor structure with this EP. You get 10 tracks, 5 of which are interludes from various interviews, clips, and skits, and then the other 5 are tracks. So it's only 14 minutes altogether, and it just seems a bit crammed and unnecessary to have all these skits on such a short project. You'd probably be better off just doing the tracks altogether, or giving some more songs just to fill everything out, because I didn't even find these interludes and skits did much to add to the album. They didn't really help the theme along, but again, I couldn't make out a lot of the bars on this project because of all the problems that I mentioned. And it does get even worse from there, man. I'm not trying to tear this project down, but again, there just were a lot of negatives here. The other big issue is that he's taking a lot of verses from other artists. I can understand if you want to sample an artist, maybe for a bridge or a hook or something along those lines, but he has straight up jacked a couple of verses on here. You'll hear an Aesop Rock verse on the song Pharaohs. His verse actually comes from an older song of his called All in All. You also have a Mr. Life verse on Limbo, and then you get a classic Sean P verse from the song Rumble Stick on Hydrogen. I just had to read that shit off my phone, because as I've said a couple of times, my memory is shit. I'm not trying to do a million little cuts when I can just read to you what I'm trying to say. But the problem here is these aren't real features. I just think it's kind of tasteless when people say featuring so-and-so, and all you're doing is copying and pasting one of their verses onto your track. I've never really been a big fan of doing that. I can understand if you want to sample them, maybe use a little piece for a bridge or a hook, or if you're a producer, you might use those verses just to show off what your beats sound like. But as a rapper, to feature someone who's not really featured, I just think that is very tasteless and corny. Not trying to be mean and rude here, I'm just being honest with you, and he's not the only one to do that. I have seen other people do that. Hell, I remember even Tyga came out with a song that was featuring Tupac, so you know, that is just not a good look in my opinion, and another issue I had with this project. Clearly, as you can tell, there are a lot of issues with this, and so I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. Look at this, another fly, man. If you watched my last review, my last indie review, there was a fly buzzing around. I swear to God, my house is not dirty. It's just something about the summertime, and these motherfuckers are getting in, and it's driving me crazy. You're going to see me hanging fly tape from the ceiling soon, but coming back to this shit, I can only go with a 1 out of 5. I really just think the rapping on this needs a complete overhaul. You gotta work on your vocals so people can make you out better, not rush those flows, take a bit more time to put together your verses, and just get all that shit together, man. The rapping on this was not strong at all. I like those cranium noir beats, but again, I can't give too many points for that because these are just some beats that you've leased from him, so it is what it is, man. I don't have fun giving these negative reviews to people who are trying something new and trying to come up on the underground, but I just gotta be honest and let you know what I think, and hey, man, that's what you get when I review your shit. So, hey, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's in the middle, but this is not a project I would recommend. Feel free to check it for yourself, though, if you want something to do. All that said, I got no more to say, so thank you for watching, everybody. Do all that good YouTube and social media stuff. You know by now. Check out my sites, click like, and show me love, people. Show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.